Hey guys, so we're back with more Bitter Abzan. Having a bit of a tough time in these most recent matches, but we're gonna see if we can do a little bit better. I've played Company twice, and what's the other deck I played? Scape Shift in my past few games, and it's just been this deck. I don't think deals with infinite combo very well. I'll just put it that. This isn't a great hand, but it's okay, so I'm gonna try it. I do like that it has turn 1 Inquisition, and if I don't find any creatures, I can apply Crusher with Wildwood, so gonna go from there. Okay, so Affinity, not sure if it's a good matchup or not, but I guess we're about to find out. I guess Edge Champion, just because we don't have any other way of dealing with it. Of course, this is going to give him the ability to ramp, have 2 1/1s on the field. Kind of a pain, but we have the Ghost Quarter for one of the Ink Moths, and then we have great. So the Abrupt Decay has to hit the Overseer now instead of hitting the Ink Moth, which would be preferable, I think. Yeah, I think we have to find Temple Garden here. Got to kill the Overseer before it can pump the team, though, because that's just going to be annoying. So next turn we play Ghost Quarter, Inquisition. But, I mean, if he has anything in hand, he's just going to play it at this point. So he's got 2 cards in hand. He's going to play whatever's in his hand. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll be at 13 next turn. We know it's in his hand, so we won't Inquisition here. We need to hit a creature of sorts. Plain and simple. Scavenging Ooze actually wouldn't be too terrible here. That's not a Scavenging Ooze. We'll just pass. I think we're pretty much dead, though. So yeah, I'm just going to concede to that. I don't think I can beat it. So, sideboard. Stony Silence, for sure. Wrath of God, for sure. Timely Reinforcements, for sure. Thoughtseize, not great. Don't need that much discard. Kitchen Finks could be good. Bitter Blossoms are okay, so we'll leave 2 in, maybe. Abzan Charm doesn't impress me, actually. I think we'll try it like this. I may be boarding incorrectly, so, leave comments in the comment section and let me know. I am learning this deck at the moment, so that's part of the reason why the record is 3-3 and not, higher. I'm not used to playing Abzan, so yeah, this seems okay. We hit a 3rd land. We don't get this out, but we do get potential Sorin on turn 4. Yeah, this game's about kind of just stonewalling the small creatures is kind of my goal at this point. Of course. Okay. Johnny. So we have all three planeswalkers, so that's a thing. Now, without cranial plating, we will have a little bit of an advantage here. But otherwise, he's going to start beating me in the face with his creatures, and that's going to be a pain in the butt. But I do want to hit this, like if I hit this Lingering Souls, then I'd say we're in a pretty fair spot. Especially if we get into Sorin. Once we get to Sorin, then we're doing really well, I think. Okay, so we take 2. Plating. Yep. Okay, Shambling Vent wasn't the land we wanted, but it is, in fact, a land. So next turn, if we can get the Lingering Souls going, I think we have a bit of an advantage. He doesn't have the mana to attach at this point, so he's got to equip it, which means that whatever he equips it to, I just block. I guess the Thopter I can't kill right now, so that's a pain in the butt. Yeah. So I'll be blocking that stupid thing. I don't know why he wouldn't tap with the Citadel. Because then he could fan Galvanic Blast or something. There's a land, so now the question is, do we want a Lingering Souls or do we want a Sorin? I think that we want a Sorin, to be honest. Let's find a basic forest. Maybe it was better than Lingering Souls, because then I can protect the Sorin. Like, because he can Galvanic Blast away the Fairy Rogue or something like that. Like, burn it away, get rid of it somehow. And then hit the Sorin pretty hard. But yeah, I think this hand can outgrind him. Another Cranial Plating. Right? Okay, Eternal Witness. So that's not exactly ideal, but let's play out the Lingering Souls. Add a counter. Everything gets increased power. Pass the turn, and then next turn I can ultimate Sorin, although that does hinder my life gain, which kind of sucks, so I probably won't do that next turn. The goal here is just to kind of stonewall his small creatures. Looks like he's equipping. Nope, Signal Pest. Well, fortunately, all my creatures have Flying Reach, so that's nice. Okay, so he's just gonna allow me to untap, upkeep, and get smaller. Make another fairy. Lose a life. Draw a card. Path to Exile. This increased power, we can hold up the Shambling Vent as a blocker, then in response to damage past something. Not sure if that's the best way of doing it. I probably should have flashed back Lingering Souls and then pumped, but I think with the current board state, I am definitely quite far ahead. If this is a Galvanic Blast, it kind of sucks, but it's a Cranial Plating equip. So I'm okay with him gaining life off the Vault Scourge. That doesn't bother me. Well, I guess I can path it. Does give him another land, but I'll just lose a Spirit for the sake of being able to copy the Fairy Rogue. Yeah, I don't think I'm really that interested in pathing a creature for the forest right now. There's the extra forest, so go ahead and fetch. Nope, nope, nope. Find the second forest. I think we'll just set counters to 1. And then I think we Ajani, to be honest. How did I get a second Spirit? I was left with 1 Spirit and 1 Rogue, so I shouldn't have. There we go. That's right. I think we Ajani, and I think we look at the top few to try to find Stony Silence. There's another Bitter Blossom. I can take that. That works. Next turn we can flashback Lingering Souls and Nissa. Which is quite gross, I think, for my opponent, at the very least. So actually, Bitter Blossom was kind of the shining star in that match, so I might bring in another one even though it's going to cost me life, and take out an Inquisition. Especially on the draw, Inquisition is not as good. Trying to think if on the draw I just want to bring in a couple more Kitchen Finks as well. That might be okay. Let's try that. Not 100% sold on it, but like I said, this is my first time playing against the Affinity deck, so I'm just kind of experimenting with board strategies. At first, Bitter Blossom seemed kind of weak, just because it has a tendency to lose life, which is kind of in its, in its title. But of course, had I not had the Sorin, then it would have been a lot worse in that match. But there's always a Johnny gain 100 life. I mean, that's a thing. So there's options for gaining life otherwise. That's part of the reason why I put the Kitchen Finks in. But yeah. This seems okay. You got a Wrath of God, I have Abrupt Decay, so we'll try it. Just have to hit white. If I hit white mana, then we're doing fantastically. If not, it's a little bit rougher, but so is the game. Tasker's a long way off, so is Wrath of God. I have to hit double white to get Wrath. But the 2 Abrupt Decays I think are going to keep me in at least a little bit. The only thing that's really problematic then is, what's his face? Etch Champion. So this guy has to take a mulligan to 5, which bodes well for us, especially since we're on the draw. But, Affinity can take those kind of mulligans and do fairly well. It's top-notch aggressive deck, so... Alright, so if we kill the Ornithopter, he has to sack his land, but that would require me to have, Abrupt Decay mana on turn 1, which isn't going to happen. Unfortunately, that would be pretty nifty. Blink Moth. Bitter Blossom seems okay right now. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. Start gaining some value. He's only got 3 cards in hand, so... Erase. Wasn't expecting that. Alright. Well, that does slow us down, but I don't think that we're done now. If we just draw white mana, we can Lingering Souls, put an end to, any Blink Moth kind of crap or, that kind of stuff, so... 1, 2. Steel Overseer. That's not fun. That's going to get decayed for sure. Not hitting any white mana, so... But, we have him at 1 card in hand, and all he can really attack with is the Blink Moth next eye. And that really slows him down. So, unless he top decks a Plating, which, cross your fingers, I'd say that we're in a pretty decent spot to start Nissaing, making some tokens, and hopefully getting kind of ahead. So Blink Moth going to get in for 1. There's a Kitchen Finks. I think I prefer Nissa here. Just need to hit, some sort of flying thing, or even if I hit a Ghost Quarter. Because he doesn't want to spend his only mana each turn pumping a Blink Moth to attack my Nissa so I can make more plants. Doesn't seem very efficient to me. Plus we have the Abrupt Decay eventually to hit the Ornithopter. Unfortunately, you know, it can't hit the Blink Moth, but... He does have 3 cards in hand now, though, so that does tell me that he's holding on to things. Okay, so set counters to 3. Just 1 white mana, that's all I need to put an end to this madness. Alright, that works. Temple Garden. So the benefit of this is, of course, that, you know, now I can block the Ink Moth fairly safely. And I have life gain options. I'm not taking damage off the Bitter Blossom. And I have a continual token generator. Although, of course, these tokens don't have flying, which kind of stinks. But, you know, they still clog up the ground to block Ravagers and all that kind of stuff. So, but of course, Ravager's just going to put all of its counters on a Blink Moth or something like that, or Ornithopter or whatever. Two mana for something. Okay. We can't really fetch for the second white source with Verdant Catacombs, so I think what I'm leaning towards is another swamp or another. Well, I guess I could only do another swamp or another forest or an overgrown tomb, but I think another forest is right. Wasn't quite expecting the whip flare, so that was fun. Flashback the Lingering Souls. And now we have a pretty decent board state again. So, I guess next turn we can try to Tasigur, start creating some incremental value. Ravager, it's a pain. But we do have the Abrupt Decay for it. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Okay. I think I just want to ult Nissa. That's the easiest way for me to not lose this game. Another blink moth. Okay. Fortunately, the only thing you can do is play like Memnites and Thopters right now, or I guess a Mox Opal. But well, it's true. If we kill the Thopter, then he doesn't have any artifacts at the end of turn. He has to sacrifice Glimmer Void. That's kind of funny. Timely is definitely not gonna be getting me any creatures. I guess we start by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Tasker. And I think I'm just gonna put another plan out there. Play Lingering Souls, a couple more spirits, and pass. We've really clogged up the board now at this point. I suppose that Whip Flare can do something if that's what he drew. But I'm hoping to gain 5, draw 5 now. It's kind of the plan at least. Can even Timely first to gain 6. One, two, three, Etch Champion. Another, he's going to do it again. Another Thoughtcast. Alright. So he's looking for like Galvanic Blast, something like that to, knock Nissa down. And if he does that, then I think it just -2 swing a lot next turn. Signal Pest, yeah. I guess I don't really know what's best here. How much can I swing for? 4 plus 12, 15. I can swing for exactly 20. If I -2 Nissa. Even with just Blink Moths? Yeah, I mean, we can get aggressive here. We're far enough ahead to where I'm not really that worried. But, there's always the possible, like, I pump the team and I get whip flared and then everything dies and then I have to rebuild, which is annoying. So I think the best plan is just to Eternal Witness, grab Abrupt Decay, hit the Ornithopter. I think we add one more token. We can wait. I think we hold out one more turn. And if we can do that, then I think we can definitely take this game. Of course, the reason I didn't ult Nissa that turn was for the purpose of, maybe being able to keep... It's a little bit greedy, right? But this way I can continue to produce tokens and then ult So I can ult and then continue to produce tokens after. But of course, there are some cards that are going to be like Edge Champion that are problematic. He doesn't actually have 3 artifacts at the moment. Cranial plating. Now he does, right? He's only got 3 artifacts though, so it's a 5/2. Set counters. No. Play. Set counters to 1. I gain 6. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Play a Sorin. Set counters to 5. Pump the team. Start combat attack. If I lose Tasker, I don't really care. So we win in 3. It turns out that Sorin is really good against Affinity. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.